Up until recently, the best chance any of us had of getting close to a spacecraft like this Soyuz descent module was to visit one on display at the Museum of Flight, like me here in Seattle. However, now, with NASA's Artemis program, which is looking to land the first woman and the next man on the moon by 2024, there is a good chance that your students will not only get to ride in a space module, they will do so as they become the first commercial space travelers, the first long-term inhabitants on the moon, and the first to apply lessons learned from living on the moon to exploring Mars. Your students are the first Artemis generation, pioneers who will change the world by pushing themselves beyond the boundaries of the ordinary. They will join a cohort of leaders who became firsts, brave individuals who stepped up and paved the way for others to follow. Now, being a first is not new to NASA, nor to the space program. If I asked you to name a NASA first, there's a good chance you'd point to the first American astronaut to travel into space. The recognition for that first was recently extended to Katherine Goebel-Johnson of Hidden Figures fame and her team of human calculators for solving the complex orbit and trajectory equations. These are only a few of the many significant advancements NASA is achieving at home, in space, and on the International Space Station. Did you know that in space, astronauts use their feet like hands? They grip and grasp bars and belts situated around the International Space Station to help them stabilize themselves while working in microgravity. While this helps them steady themselves over time, it leads to significant discomfort on the tops of their feet. The Astro Socks Design Challenge has students take on the role of biomechanical engineers, product designers, and user researchers to solve astronauts' foot pain. The standard line lesson plan incorporates design thinking with an introduction to working with sensors and live data. Students study the daily tasks performed on the International Space Station. Then they build sensors and collect foot pressure data in Excel. Working from a baseline, they design and build prototypes to mitigate the load on the foot and test the effectiveness of their design in a simulated microgravity environment. The last step is to write and record an advertisement to explain their solution. The Astro Socks Design Challenge is one of 8 lesson plans recently published by Microsoft's Hacking STEM team in partnership with the NASA STEM on Station team. The collection celebrates 20 years of humans living aboard the International Space Station and provides an opportunity to introduce your students to considerations that astronauts need to think about when living and working in space. To make this easy to bring into your classroom, Carolina Biological has just released an Astro Socks kit. We believe that having the opportunity to talk with astronauts like Jessica Meir and Christina Koch is a way we can expand educational STEM opportunities. Providing access to role models who are firsts is critical to ensuring that all students are inspired and can see themselves as members of the Artemis generation. We are so excited to be hosting the March 2nd Downlink event and can't wait to connect your students to one of the astronauts aboard the International Space Station. See you here March 2nd at the Museum of Flight.